We are situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the New York Jets. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Von Bell up to make the tackle.
2nd and 10 at the 27-yard line.
A 2nd and 10 on a chilly, snowy December day, and I must say, I'm loving it. Kind of putting me in the holiday spirit. Charles hates it, and he's giving me the evil eye, folks.
Check three.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 29-yard line.
Carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 28-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Going deep for Diggs. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Here's Tate to return it. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
at their own 34-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do? It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Cortland Sutton, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and out. And now they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now back to throw. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
A gain of 15.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Nice little juke. They'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. They'll look to throw again. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Christian McCaffrey with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Crosby set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust. Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. A handoff, it's Eckler. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a 1st down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Tua. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at the 45. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man of the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
2nd and 6. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
It's a gain of 6.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And, Charles, a couple extra defensive backs in here on 3rd and 1.
Not expecting them to run it at all.
They'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
To Christian McCaffrey.
8 yards, first down as they're able to convert.
And the Browns.
And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back. In that situation, you're handing it to the fullback, right? As we evolve, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a first down. I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. These two teams all tied after 1. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Calvin Ridley with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, that he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check 4, check 4.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he's taken down. This will be a Browns sack. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Mike red, yellow. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. He's got him in. Complete.
Showtime.
The way in. Touchdown, New York. Cortland Sutton, 83 yards. And the Jets can take the lead now with the extra point. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. A short kick taken at the 18. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Christian McCaffrey.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 6.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, first down.
First down, Cleveland.
Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
2nd and 4. Going deep for Diggs. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Stephon Diggs with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Browns have moved out in front. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Makes the score Browns 20, Jets 13.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They trail 20-13 our score as they have it 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it, being chased out left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
On 2nd down, Tua. On the screen, this is Eckler. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Here's Tua. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 70th catch for him on the year. Like so many others, this goes for a first down.
At the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And this is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up. Right there, 54 Mike. Here we go, D. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
The Jets on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Tua to throw again. And that is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Come on. You better bring it. Hey,
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 2nd down, Eckler. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
He's taken down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one. Hence the decline.
I sat down with my accountant. He said, I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more.
And let's see 6 defensive backs out there. They're in the dime here on 3rd and goal. Tua setting up shop to throw again. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down. Brings up 4th.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
A 31-yard attempt.
And this is no good. Close, but he misses just left of the upright. And this score will stay right where it is. And there is nothing easy about being a kicker on a day like this.
Yeah, I tell you, not only is the footing tough in the snow, but kicking that ball is like kicking a rock. Very difficult to get any sort of feel on your kicks.
The Browns drive about to get started. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Going deep for Diggs. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. So the punt rolls out of bounds, and they'll have pretty good field position here up near the 40-yard line.
At their own 37-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Let's go. 18 Cardinals.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Going deep for Diggs. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the 13-year man puts it through. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
This will be fielded inside the 5. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
We'll see how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Second and 6 at the 29-yard line.
And they'll work from the 29 on second and 6. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
At the 48-yard line.
Running on first down, Eckler. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Ball carrier.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. He changed his name. How about you?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
He's not going to get me. Come, baby. Come, baby. Man, cycle. Mike 42, check. Mike 42.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Roquan Smith, the Bears' leading tackler last season, makes the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20.
Their own 21-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
On the give, this is Eckler, and he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Solomon Thomas there on the tackle.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
54, right there. 54 Mike.
From the gun, it's Tua. Dancing to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Cortland Sutton, first-time Pro Bowler. He was the intended target. And it'll bring up third down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
He'll get this to Eckler. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down.
10 at the 45-yard line.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
42's the mic, 42. 42's the mic.
Now Tua. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. 25 yards that time.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Devon Godchaux up to make the tackle.
He was tackled.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Tua wants to throw it on second down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kevin Byard. Boy, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line.
Taken down.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Tate on the return. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And 1 at the Browns.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Watch out. Watch the eye. Check. 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 Slay.
Here is Eckler. And And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 29. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And my goodness, another interception. Trey Flowers picks it. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Going deep for Diggs. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. After the turnover, it's Tua. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for, but it'll be 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Eckler, they run left side, and he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They're down 2 scores, and they need a quick one to try and get back into this one. That was one way to try and get it done. Unsuccessful in the attempt, but they have no choice but to keep trying.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Tua on 4th down. And that is incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And this Browns defense stands tall. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here,
They can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover.
8-yard line.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
First down, Browns.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
A yard here to the 38. A nice play design there with a touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. There was the pressure you were talking about, force the incompletion.
And it doesn't always have to end in a sack, does it? Sometimes you can make a good play by forcing the incompletion with the pressure.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, they didn't fall behind any further thanks to that missed field goal, but still staring at this 4th quarter deficit. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They fake the handoff. Now Tua rolling to his left. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 8.
Mike 42, check.
On play action, here's Tua. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, so often now we're praising tight ends for their nimbleness and how they catch the ball downfield.
But occasionally we get a reminder that tight ends, they've got that tough guy aspect too. How about him catching that short one there, shaking off tacklers, and turning that into an expansive gain downfield.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Tua now on first down. He's got the first down inside the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. First, defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Touchdown, New York Jets. He continues to show at this level that he can not only pass for touchdowns, he can run for touchdowns.
Not the first time we've seen this, because this young guy, he really makes it happen. So what that tells me is the book on him has to change. You got to now plan for those legs as well as him throwing the football.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. The objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Second and 9 now. And he finds Howard complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Complete.
Give him 32 on the play.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. A carry for the fullback. This is Mike Burton. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
The tackle made.
And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
Browns.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they take a knee.
The quarterback on the keeper. A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 25-yard line.
The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for Cleveland, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Jets, it just keeps getting worse as they're going to fall.